Oh, so many people. Hi, everyone. So before we really get into the game, I wanted to show off the new cap one more time. This is on my merch store on Streamlabs. So I'll link it in the video on YouTube as well if anyone sees it later. There's on Twitch, there's an image you can click. I think it says my latest t-shirt, the image. That's like my merch too, that leads to my merch store. This is embroidered on it. It's my logo. It's super cool. I really like it. So yeah, this is really cool. If you want it, you can get it. But I'll wear it backwards for now, because it's a little bit more chill to wear that way. And the lighting is better, because there's nothing like shadowing my face. Okay, for now, Grotesque Beauty. It has a little streaming thing. I totally agree with this though. He asked me beforehand as well. Refrain from streaming a completionist run, because there's 30 different endings. It says it right there. So he wants us to see a lot of the game, but he does want to leave some mystery so that people are still motivated to buy the game and play it, which I really want people to do as well, to support him. Because the demo was awesome. I'm sure this game's gonna be awesome. So we'll play it once or twice, try and get a good ending, but I won't go for everything. I'm not gonna do a completionist. It would be way too much work as well. But for now, new game! That's easy. I should move my cam a little bit, I think. Why is it sitting? Okay, let me do that. That's pretty good. Hello? Burrito guy, thanks for the 2 months. Rachel, are you coming over tonight? Still coming over tonight? Yes, I'm on my way. I should be there soon. That's a relief. I was afraid you might bail. No way. Not gonna leave you hanging all by yourself. Sit tight. I'm not far from yours. Thanks. Is yours with an apostrophe like that? I really appreciate you doing this. See you soon. Setting button. Anita Reynolds, you are always such a scaredy cat. Oh yeah, this is from the demo, isn't it? Anita's house was a 20-minute walk from my place. Most nights she's home alone as both her parents work late. I would have thought she'd be used to it, but lately she's been afraid of being by herself, even in her own home. That is why we decided that I should come over to keep her company. It'll be like a slumber party, one we used to have as kids. Even though we've long outgrown sleepovers, a part of me was secretly looking forward to it. Of course, it's fun. You can never outgrow that. It'll be nice to go back to those times when things were much simpler. Any excuse to do silly things like stay up crazy late, watch a scary movie, and stuff our face full of sugary snacks. Yes, the best way to do it. I'm actually doing that next weekend. This could be a chance for us to bond. God knows I need something to distract me at this time of year. Ooh. Before I realized it, I was already at her door. This neighborhood's so quiet. You think nobody lives here. I ponder how best to make my presence known. Serenader. Let's be funny. Anita, Anita, oh fair maiden, let down your long, gorgeous hair. From a window above, my friend popped her head out. Quiet, the neighbors will hear you. Sweet Anita, but I have not yet begun to serenade you, and out here I will spill out my heart for all of those to hear. Stop it, you're embarrassing. Azugasi! I'm on my way down, don't kick up any more fuss. There we are. Rachel, you made it. So glad you came. Did you wait long? Of course, you're fashionably late as usual. Joke about it. You know I'm worth the wait. As the one who's always doing the waiting, I'd have to disagree. Right now you're the one keeping me waiting. It's freezing out here. Now you're the one. Jesus. Right now you're the one keeping me waiting. That's it. Freezing out here. Are you gonna let me in or not? If you're cold, it serves you right. Consider it payback for your tardiness. I knew you were evil. Nom, 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 nom. Man, it's been so long since I last visited. I almost feel nostalgic. I was imitating her mouth, by the way. You should drop by more often. My parents have been working late more and more these days, so you can definitely stay over some more. Hey, it's almost like a setup for some corny romantic movie. Your parents are away, you're all alone, and you have the perfect excuse to invite this cute girl over. Cute girl? Where? I don't see any. Hey, don't hate. Appreciate. You know I'm a real catch. That's so. Then how come you haven't gotten yourself a boyfriend yet? Jeez. Ouch, that's a low blow. Seriously though, thank you for coming over. I feel more at ease having you around. I've been feeling out of sorts these last few days. No problem. It's alright, we're friends after all. The least I can do. Thanks, it's good to know who you can count on when it really matters. So what's been bothering you? Have you been having bad dreams? Something like that, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to describe. I've been having this bad feeling every night for about a week. Like a premonition? Don't say that. That's only gonna freak me out even more. It's more like I've been feeling like something's been watching me. You say something's been watching you, not someone? What do you mean? Like I said, it's hard to explain, but I've been feeling this each night when I walk home. It's been like this ever since the fog came. Have you noticed the mist on your way here? Yeah, it was kind of creepy. I can see why you'd hate that, having to walk through that every night by yourself. It's been there for about a week now. It's isolated to just on this street and nowhere else. Don't you think that's odd? It makes going outside even more eerie, being unable to see what's lurking around me. Is that why you feel eyes watching you, because you can't see what's out there? Probably. But the feeling doesn't go away when I make it home. It follows me inside. Even now, I still feel a bit paranoid. What are you saying? Something is watching you through the walls? I don't know. I don't have an answer. It just gives me the creeps. I knew Anita for a long time. We grew up through elementary school together, and she's always been easy to startle. This time is different. She seems genuinely afraid that something bad might happen. It's enough to also put me slightly on edge. But I have to be strong, for her sake. The hair on the back of my neck tingles. Was it just my imagination, or was something staring at me too? There's more, you know. Huh? Did you know there have been a few reported disappearances from this neighborhood lately? Seriously? I didn't know that. Yeah, 2 people went missing. There's been no trace of them, no clue about what happened. They just vanished. Handful of strangers with no connection to one another. The police have no leads, so they're leaving open the possibility that they ran away on their own. No way. Not all of them at the same time. I know, right? For so many of them to just disappear in such a short space of time is too coincidental. All of this just makes me so uncomfortable. Aren't your parents worried to leave you alone knowing people have been disappearing? People were scared for a while, but that didn't last long. Eventually, they just moved on. No one seems to think it's serious anymore. The problem is that there's just no evidence of anything bad happening to them. But the fact that there's been no trace of them worries me. Who runs away without taking any of their belongings? It's so unusual. How can no one, not even their family, do nothing about it and not lose their mind? What if something was actually wrong? Could they live with themselves if they never find the missing people again? I remained silent. Feeling somber suddenly, my gaze dropped down to the floor. Things would just turn to a touchy subject. Awkward moment lingered between us. The silence was palpable. Soldier, thank you so much for the 7 months. Thank you. Good to see you. Oh, Rachel, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so insensitive. I was just running my mouth without thinking and forgot. It's okay. It's a long time ago. I should have gotten over it by now. Or at least it shouldn't get me bad anymore. Rachel, it's just this time of year, this was around the time she disappeared. Normally I don't think about it anymore. After all this time I learned to forget she's missing. Not really though. You have to let go a little or it can eat you up. But during this time every year, it all comes rushing back and I remember too much. My sister is gone. I may never see her again. Suddenly hits me in one go and I get all emotional. And I feel guilty about it because all I'm thinking about is how I feel. Like how I never got any closure, never got to say goodbye to her. My last memories of her were so mundane. It was just another normal day. If I knew that was our final meeting together, I would have cherished the moment, cherished the sight of her and let her know how much I miss her. But it's such a selfish wish. She could be scared or hurt, and I'm upset about how I feel. Never thought about it like that. I'm really sorry, Rachel. It sucks. I wish I could make it go away, but please don't blame yourself. Change the subject. Listen to us. We've launched straight into catching up and we haven't settled down yet. We need a change of pace. Oh yeah, I haven't even offered you something to drink yet. Would you like something from the kitchen? No, I would like something from the bedroom. I thought you'd never ask. I followed Anita down the stairs to the kitchen, occasionally pointing out something that's changed since the last time I've been here. So what are you having? I have orange juice, tea, and if you're feeling adventurous, I have vodka. Why's my nose red? Am I getting a cold? It's like a cartoony red. I don't know. Let's not get drunk. We might be in danger. Let's go with tea. Tea's good. Is that vodka? No, it's vinegar. Vinegar? Yeah, it's vinegar, pussy. Just tea, thank you. I don't know how exactly the meme goes. Tea for two. The meme, the vine. Coming up. With our drinks in hand, we move on to the living room. Not a lot has changed in the 2 years I've been away. Everything was just as I remember it, except for one addition. I was like, Rachel's the new addition. Oh, that's new. The painting. I see a nip-nip. I couldn't help but stare. Right in the middle of the room was a large painting that dominated the wall. This painting? Oh yeah, we got that from an art auction at this weird place. Dad's been obsessed about it. He couldn't take his eyes off of it ever since we got it. What do you think? Are you a fan? A pre-Raphaelite painting? I don't know what that is. The subject matter fits in well with the romantic fairy tale era. This lady can stand next to Ophelia and not be out of place. True work of art. I didn't know you were such an art aficionado. I'm a dark horse. There's a lot of hidden talent you don't know about. Well, you may know how to talk up artwork. I still think it's a horrible painting. From the moment I laid eyes on it, I felt unsettled. I have no idea what my dad saw in this thing. He was so enamored by it that he bought it on the spot. Does your family go to art auctions regularly? Not really, but my parents both love art and we came across this interesting place that happened to be selling paintings that night. We only went in out of curiosity. To tell you the truth though, it was a strange experience. Here we go. I remember this from the demo. The auction house was massive, far bigger than what I expected looking in from the outside. The lighting was dim and the room was filled with a light haze. All the guests must have been smokers or something. The walls were covered in paintings of all shapes and sizes, but they were all portraits. My parents were in their element and we split off to look around at our leisure. Nothing particularly grabbed me. Most of them were pictures of pretty regular people. Then I saw this one painting. Are there faces in the fog? Let me guess, it's the one we are looking at right now. That's right, Sherlock. A week ago I was standing face to face with this beautiful painted lady. Although I thought it was captivating, there was something about it that didn't sit right with me. You and your bad feelings, do you ever not have them? Hey, I'm serious. There's something strange about this painting. It stirred up something in me, and not necessarily in a good way. I stood there for a long time, just staring at the painting, trying to work out what was triggering my senses. That was when this guy crept up to me. Oh, where are you going? Oh yeah, this dude. I see that this painting has captured cats in front of the monitor. Your attention, young miss. Yeah, you could say that. What's the background of this piece? Do you know who the artist is? I don't see a plaque for it anywhere. The origins of this piece are not known, I'm afraid. Such a beautiful painting shrouded in mystery, like the Voynich manuscript. It adds to the eerie sensation one feels in its presence. You can find yourself easily lost within its canvas, the serene landscape it depicts, the detailed faces hidden in the background, and the angelic figure at the center of it all. Wouldn't you agree? I guess. I'm eager to know what this scene is about. We can only speculate, but that is part of its charm. The identity of the maiden, how she has found herself in such a bizarre land. Tell me, what do you think her expression is showing? How do you interpret her manner? Seductive. She is indeed desirable. She radiates confidence, and the viewer can't help but be drawn in by her. How is it possible for an artist to render a figure that inspires such feeling? It's quite unreal. She's like a Venus standing in a strange new world unseen by human eyes. This moment is forever captured in still image, a timeless state. Perfection. For the pleasure of all those who look upon her for generations upon generations to come. When you stare into the painting, do you see anything staring back? What'd you say? Anita, there you are. Steady. Oh my, this painting. It's gorgeous. What a find. Anita, don't you think this is one extraordinary painting? In some way it is. How precious. What is the name of this artwork? It did not have a name when it came into our possession. However, we have given it one we thought is quite apt. Grotesque Beauty. Or I should sit more here. Perfectly embodies the sinister tone that's mixed with the odd soothing nature of the piece. A scene that conjures such conflicting emotions surely cannot be named anything else. Grotesque Beauty? Grotesque Beauty. Yes, it does suit the painting. I can't seem to take my eyes off it. The woman in the painting, she's just so perfect. She almost feels real. The artist must be a genius to have created something so lifelike. Geez, look at me, I'm all shaken up. How much is this piece? You haven't sold it already, have you? Grotesque Beauty has not yet been sold, sir. You can be the first bidder. Should you be successful, you may take her home with you tonight. Oh, Sean just got back from the cinema. Joker was amazing. What luck! So early into the auction and I find the masterpiece straight away. How much is it? I'll buy it off you right now. Name your price, I'll give you anything. Good sir, I see in your eyes the desire of a true lover of art. I believe you are the perfect one to take away this treasure. For that reason, it is free of charge. Phoebe! Hi! Yeah. What do you want? Want to be on my lap? You can do it. You want to be on the skelly bones? No. He walks away. My god, are you for real? Can't believe my luck. Too good to be true. I never thought my night could turn out like this. Dad, are you sure about this? Where would we put this? Don't you think it'll look out of place in our home? Anita dear, a gem like this doesn't come by so often. It's too good to pass up. Besides, any man would be happy to find a home for this work of art. We have to have it. Before you commit, though, I must offer you one final chance to turn away. You can leave this painting and go back to your normal life, or you can choose to willingly take the painting with you. Give it a new home and let it grow as part of your life. So what will it be? I'll take it! Congratulations, sir. You are the new owner of Grotesque Beauty. Your life will never be the same again. Dun dun dun! Maybe I'm like slightly too hot or something and it's like working on my nose. Maybe I should undress a bit. But that's immediately too cold. What a freaky story. That guy from the auction house sounds like such a weirdo. He totally was. The way he was acting didn't seem normal. He really was a creep. I don't even want to see this ugly mug again. When did you say this happened? About a week ago. Why do you ask? I was just thinking that the timing of all of this is pretty odd. My nose is hot. It feels hot, yeah. What do you mean? Well, all these bad feelings you've been experiencing lately, you said that started a week ago, around the same time this painting came to your home. Don't you think that's quite a coincidence? Could be. Still, that doesn't mean anything, though. And the fog that's been appearing, it coincides with these events. This might just be me, but does that look like wisps of smoke in the painting? They could even be from a fog, much like the one that's hit the streets. What if the painting brought the fog to this neighborhood? And that stranger from the auction house was something straight out of a horror story. I don't know, maybe there's something weird about this. Now you're beginning to sound crazy, or are you just trying to scare me? I'm just saying, this thing does give me the creeps too. I see why you've been scared these last few days. I reckon you'd feel better if we took it off the wall and put it away. No way, Dad loves that painting. He'd kill me if he finds out we've mishandling it. We have been mishandling it. At that moment, there was a knock on the door. Who is that? Were you expecting someone? No, I only invited you here. Should we see who it is? Hello? Who is it? Hello? Somebody there? No one's answering. Now what? Should we open the door and see if anyone is nearby? I don't know. I don't really want to. Me neither. But then again, I'm not sure if I'll be able to sleep with not knowing what was out there. I think I can hear someone still there. Why won't he answer? Hey, what do you want? Still nothing. We could latch the door chain and take a look. What do you think? I don't know. I'm conflicted. I think I opened it. Would you like to talk about Jesus? Look out the window, yeah. If they don't answer who's there, then you don't open it. Hey, what do you want? Your soul. Opening the door is bad. I'm really curious. Don't answer the door. If we're not expecting anyone, then... And people have been going missing in the neighborhood? Let's play it safe. We should leave the door closed. No way I'm going to answer the door to a spooky stranger in the middle of the night. Thank God, for a moment I thought you might answer it. But I do wonder who it could have been and why they showed up at my door. The mysteries just keep piling up. Jesus. I thought that was here. I didn't think that was in the game. Rachel. That really got me. Did you hear that? Oh my God, something just called your name. What? How did I know my name? Who else knows about me coming over? No one. That's impossible. I only told my parents. Hey, who are you? What do you want? What do you what? This is messed up. Definitely don't open the door. Yeah, I'm 100% with you on that. Do you think whoever it is is still there? I don't know. I think we should try to ignore him. He'll go away soon. I jumped so much and I'm lying down. It really got me too. It's funny, you get so used to that monotone like background noise that it has on that whenever something just comes in like that, it just really gets you. We tried to brush off the incident at the door. We stayed up a little longer, idly chatting, before the night grew darker and sleep washed over us. This slumber party was nice despite our paranoia. Anita was probably feeling overcautious and afraid having heard one too many morbid stories. I was glad to be there with her to keep my wandering mind from thinking back to my sister's disappearance. Soon all of this anxiety will pass by. It's good that we can help each other through it. Oh, yeah, it's like 4 a.m. for you. Damn. Tonight was a bit weird. It was about to get weirder still. Oh! Yeah. He already had his food and everything. He's just being a whiny bitch. I don't know how much time had passed when I regained consciousness. I opened my eyes and see nothing but darkness. A darkness so complete I couldn't tell if my eyes were open or closed. I waved a hand in front of my face but see nothing. This place. Where am I? What's happening? Panic began to surge in me. I spun around, trying desperately to find something that could anchor me to my surroundings. But it was useless. The dark was so absolute, so absent of light. I couldn't help but question if I was even in a physical plane of existence. Arnie, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. My lack of sight seemed to sharpen my other senses, and I felt something move. Hi. It brushed against my arm. Well, this cat's brushing against my feet. Like a faint breeze, but the unexpected contact made me jump. I reached out a hand to inspect the darkness. My hand touched something that didn't seem to hold a solid form. It broke off and seemed to flow in the air. I think that's where the demo ended, actually. After the door thing. How did I get there? I squeezed my eyes tight, trying hard to recall the moments that led me here. Oh yeah, that's right. I was in her room. We were having a sleepover. Anita! Oh god, where is she? Are you calling for Anita too? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, is that nice? Hello? Anybody out there? Anita, where are you? Please, anyone, can you hear me? Something moved. Who's there? Though I couldn't see, I felt a presence emerge in the dark. It was close. Despite the dark, I could almost make out a dim silhouette against the black void. Anita, is that you? No. Answer me, please. I don't think we should be here. I need to get out of here fast. We need to. A weak voice came back in reply. It did not belong to Anita. Are we gonna hear it? Rachel. You're not Anita. Who are you? What do you want? Rachel, you must help me. You need my help? What do you want me to do? Rachel, I'm trapped. I need your help to get out of here. But I don't know how. I don't even know where we are. What is this place? Please tell me. This is a bad place. You shouldn't be here. Phoebe's just looking at me. I've been trapped here for so long. Luckily, it's not too late for you. Who are you? Please, if you want me to help you, you need to tell me what's going on. There isn't much time. You have to help me. Everyone has forgotten about me. But not you. Wait, sister? You are the only one who still cares. You want to find the truth. Get me out of here, Rachel. You're the only one who can. A sharp gasp escapes my throat. My heart suddenly jolts as if shocked back to life from a deadened state. Tears stung my eyes in an instant of recognition. There was a familiarity in the voice that wasn't clear to me until now. A voice I haven't heard for so long, but have yearned for the day I could hear its sweet melody once more. I had lost hope of ever finding her. Hannah? Is that you? It was just a prank, Han! Do you recognize me, Big Sis? Hannah! Oh god, I never thought. Where have you been all this time? I've been so worried, Hannah. Please tell me where you are. We don't have long. Rachel, you are in danger. What? You are not safe. You must not trust her. I don't understand what you mean. Hannah, what are you trying to say? Rachel, I'm fading away. No, wait! Don't go! Please help me, Rachel. Can you help me? Don't worry, Hannah. I'll help you no matter what. So many people are sending me messages. I'll save you, even if it's the last thing I'll do. You promise? I promise. Don't go. Not again. I can't lose you again. I'm not strong enough. Incredibles. Hannah! Time to wake up. My eyes snap open once more. I saw the ceiling, indistinct above me. I was back in Anita's room. I stared straight at the ceiling where the streetlights outside the window cast a dim glow. I lay there unmoving for a moment. The sound of my heart pounding was the only sound I heard. And a clock. I wiped the beads of sweat that trickled from my brow and noticed my hands were still trembling. I pressed them tight to my chest to steady them, and my breathing began to relax. I'm safe. It was just a dream. As I calmed down, I remembered something urgent. Anita! Anita, Anita. Oh! Hi! Yeah? Nou zeg. My eyes scanned the room frantically. Adjusting to the darkness, I soon made out her sleeping figure on the bedroom floor, soundly asleep. I breathed out a sigh of relief. Thank God she's safe. The memory of the wispy black room was fresh in my mind. For a moment, I was afraid that I had truly lost the whereabouts of my friend or even my mental faculties. The art's so cool. The experience felt so vivid, unlike any dreams I've ever had before. Most times my dreams are uninteresting. I'm sure I'm not creative enough to conjure something like that. It couldn't have been a mere dream. Could it? I thought you were just on the other side. Yeah. And Hannah, she was there. What a meowy baby are you? Hmm? Yeah. Yeah. What is it? No. Yeah. He gone. Hannah, she was there. Am I this upset over her disappearance that I'd still dream of her? After all the time that she's been absent, I never had an encounter with her quite as powerful as this. Can she still be out there somewhere? What if she's close by? Is that why all these strange things have been happening? Not ready to fall back to sleep, I lay in silence, listening to the ambience of the room. Biba was fucking up my lights. There was something soothing about quietly observing life as it drifted by. It is. That is very soothing. The night can be full of intriguing little sounds that usually go unnoticed in the day. Hey, Cherry. We're just half an hour in. Oh. No, I said hey, Cherry, not hey, Siri. We're just half an hour in, so we should be like halfway through one playthrough. But it's choice-based, so we probably will do some more. Some time passed, and I was still no closer to falling asleep. Okay, thank you so much for gifting to Smiling. That's so nice of you. Thank you. As I came on the verge of drifting off, I heard something that caught my attention. Did someone clip me getting scared, by the way, by the sound? I really want to, like, tag the dev. Being like, see what your game does to me. Was that just the house creaking? Clipped it on Discord. Thank you, Andy. Perfect. There it was again. Is it like someone trying to open the door? It didn't sound like the regular nighttime ambience. Against everything else, this sound stood out for some reason. The pitter-patter was coming from somewhere inside the house. I wouldn't describe that as pitter-patter, though I couldn't tell where exactly. Was it my imagination, or does the gentle sound seem purposeful? Okay. I rolled onto an elbow, sat up, and froze mid-motion, not wanting my movement to mask anything. Silence reigned over the house. Whatever was making that noise was gone. Still, I think I should investigate if it, if only for peace of mind. I look over to Anita, still asleep and undisturbed by the noise coming from outside the bedroom. Should I wake her up and alert her about what I've heard? She's fast asleep and I'd feel bad if I disturbed her for something trivial. I wonder if I should leave her. Wake her up. No way I'm going to take any risks. Enough weird things have happened already, so I should take a more cautious approach. I'll wake Anita up and we'll go investigate this together. I reached over and shook Anita by the shoulder. Anita, get up. Listen, you need to get up now. This is an emergency. What is it? I heard something coming from the other room. Anita shoots me a quizzical stare. You woke me up for that? It's probably nothing. No, this is different. I was listening for a while. It didn't sound right. How so? To use your quote, I just have a bad feeling. Call it intuition if you want, but there have been far too many oddities lately for my liking. At this remark, Anita sat straight with her eyes open wide as if she just remembered something horrible. You don't think it's related to the thing that made the knocking sound on the door? Crap, I kind of forgot about that. Oh God, you got me scared now. Did you really hear something? You're not messing with me, are you? This would be the time to tell me if you are. For the last time, I'm dead serious about this. You know me. This isn't the kind of crap I do. Look, we can't stay here if there's something wrong. We have to at least take a look and make sure that what that noise was. But what if something is wrong? Something is wrong. Maybe we should just hide in here. That's not an option. We can't stay in here if there's trouble. That's why we need to check it out. TJ Butt Blaster, thank you so much for the 3 months. Thank you. Come on, we'll do it together. Just stay close to me. All right, lead the way. I opened the bedroom door ever so slightly, enough to poke a head out into the hallway. Standing still like a statue, I listened intently for any evidence of the sound returning. Frozen on the spot, I was when a voice whispered behind me. Do you hear anything? Not this time. Where is it coming from? Rachel! I couldn't tell. Let's move downstairs, but be careful. We don't want to give ourselves away. Right behind you. Here we go. Hey, Pion! We tiptoed lightly across the hallway and down the stairs, slowly taking our steps as not to make a sound. So far, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. I just hope that doesn't change anytime soon. Is she not in the painting anymore? We came to the living room. Nothing immediate jumped out to my attention. But then again, I wouldn't be able to tell if something subtle was different. If it was my own house, I'm sure anything misplaced would be obvious to me. I let Anita take charge of the investigation. Looks like whatever it was making the noise is gone. Is everything okay in here? Nothing fell or anything like that? Not as far as I can tell. It looks like how we left it. We scanned the room a little more, splitting off momentarily to cover more ground. I wasn't sure what I was looking out for, so I returned to Anita and found her standing motionless in the center of the room. Hey, are you okay? What is it? It was hard to see in the dark, but there was an unmistakable look in her eyes. A look of fear. Oh God! What? What is it? Look, over there! I followed the direction of her finger, directed towards the painting. Do you see that? Tell me you see that. I blinked my eyes, trying to clear away any wariness that might have clouded my vision. There was nothing wrong with my eyes. However, it was clear we both saw the same thing. What the actual hell? She's gone! The woman in the painting. She's gone! How is this possible? I clutched the top of my head, nails digging into my scalp, hoping against hope that I was still dreaming and I might wake up at any moment. No such end from this nightmare, however. This was really happening. Holy shit! How is this even possible? This is seriously messed up. Oh. No way. It can't just change like that. That's impossible. This thing is bad. It's cursed for sure. Oh god, what do we do? Before I could answer, our attention was drawn to the thin sheet of fog that suddenly filled the room. Where the hell did this come from? Oh god, you gotta hide. Maybe it came from outside. Did you leave a window open somewhere? No, and even if I did, look how fast this place became misty. It was clear a moment ago. A regular fog can't just appear like this. This night just keeps getting weirder. Rachel, look at the painting. Something's happening. It's glowing. True to her word, the painting glimmered with ethereal energy. It pulsed like the beating of a heart. The rhythmic throb gave it an impression of a living creature. Across the surface, a streak of light rippled outward like a painting of curtains. Now and then light catches the canvas and it appeared like there was something else unusual about it. The light danced on the surface and something didn't seem right about the space between the frames. I almost shouted in astonishment when it dawned on me. The painting's surface was no longer flat. Inside it contained a new dimension that disappeared into the wall. Do you see that? The painting goes inward. It looks like there's a tunnel. Are we gonna go in? How? There should be a wall right behind it. Must be some kind of portal. Portal? Where do you think it goes? No idea. As we stood staring at the strange painting, a familiar sound came from above. That's the sound of my cat. Hi. Did you hear that? Yeah. Was that the sound you heard before? Definitely. It's coming from upstairs. Hey, where are you going? I'm going to take a look. I think it's coming from my parents' room. What about the painting? Don't you think we should take a closer look at it? Maybe we can find where it leads. Are you kidding me? I think we should stay away from it. Who knows what it is and what it can do. But what if it changes again? It might not stay this way for long. This might be our only chance to see what's happening before the passageway closes. Maybe we'll find out more about what we're dealing with this way. There was something else that I didn't tell her about though. I felt something coming from the painting. Something called out to me. Was it a voice? A faint memory lingered in my mind. I've seen this place before. If only I could remember it. Do you think it's her sister in there? I really want to go in the painting. What do you guys think? Should we go upstairs and see what it is? Or should we go in the painting? Let's go to Narnia. A lot of painting, yeah. Emily, hey, good to see you. You got your bronze. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 6 months. Painting. I'm going to examine it a little closer. It'll only take a minute. Rachel, I don't think I want to go near it. Stay there if you want. Nothing bad will happen, I promise you. My nose is really warm. I like touch it and I can feel that it's warm. Warmer than the rest of my face. The portal will probably close any minute anyway, so just hang tight for a moment. I hope I don't get sick or anything. Be careful, okay? I mustered enough courage and stepped closer towards the otherworldly painting. The decisive words I spoke to Anita betrayed the caution I felt, but something compelled me to inspect the painting. Something more than mere curiosity. Each step I take feels heavy, like I'm wading through a thick, invisible substance. I couldn't tell if it was some supernatural force or my body fighting to turn back. Well, what do you see? Not a whole lot. It's quite hard to see anything with this fog in the way. Something just moved inside the frame. Did you see it? It's there, right in front of you. What is it? Anita's warning didn't reach my ears. The outside world faded into a wall of mist. Boundaries of the room melted away and I no longer recognized where I was. The world as I knew it was hidden away. All that existed at that moment was me and the painting, isolated in time. We were the only things alive. Oddly, I didn't revel in this strange situation long as my attention was pulled back to the thing in front of me. The painting was within touching distance. At a second glance, I began to see the silhouette of a figure inside the canvas. Its small form approached me. Rachel. You know my name. Who are you? The world inside the painting was filled with a dense fog that hid the stranger. Have you forgotten me that quickly? I can't see you. The fog is too thick. If you come closer, maybe I can see you more clearly. The figure on the other side of the painting silently moved closer. Hi. Hi, baby. You wanna lie on my lap? Yeah? No? Oh. Okay. Can you see me now? I strained my eyes. The form of a young girl materialized, but the details remained hazy. I see you. Who are you? What are you doing here? Don't you recognize me? I don't believe... The veil of smoke dissipates a little, enough for me to begin to make out her face. Something had been eating away at me at the back of my mind. I heard that voice before, very recently, in another world, but that was only a dream. Also, really quick, I gotta show you guys this. He has like this feather that he likes to chew on. He has it like sticking out from his paw right now. He has chew. Oh, yeah, there he goes. And now I'm watching him, so he's like, why are you watching me? Oh, there he goes. Yeah, that's what he was doing. He's like playing with the feathers. So cute. Something had been eating away at me at the back of my mind. I heard that voice before, very recently, in another world, but that was only a dream. Even though this all felt just as unreal, I knew I was awake this time. She looked just as I remembered her. Hannah? Oh my god, Hannah, is that really you? The vision of my little sister was faint, but I recognized her all the same. Sis, you haven't forgotten about me, have you? I could never forget about you. I've dreamed about this moment every night since the day you were gone. I can't believe I'd get the chance to see you again. Oh god, Hannah, it's so good to see you. I've missed you so much I can't begin to tell you. Missed you too, sis. You look just how I remember you. I'm happy about that. I knew you'd find me one day. You always looked out for me. When I got into trouble, I knew you wouldn't give up on me. Everyone else did, but not you. Just like when I started playing netball in school. I wasn't very good. Nobody wanted me on their team. You were the only one who would pick me. You believed in me and encouraged me. You weren't bad. Oh, wait, this is Rachel. You weren't bad. All you needed was confidence in yourself. That's why I knew you'd be the one to find me. Wait. Oh, fuck. BB is messing with the... Hey! BB! Did you guys hear that defiant meow? I'm your big sister. It's my job to look after you. But I screwed that up. How could I let my little sister go missing for so long? I couldn't get to you sooner. I didn't have any idea what to do. We didn't know what happened to you. Rachel, it's not your fault. You can still help. What happened to you that day? Where did you go? I don't know. I don't remember a lot. Just some small things. Try your best to remember. Just give me something. Anything that comes to mind. I was walking home from school. I think I was with someone, but I can't remember who. I remember trees being cold and wet. I think something bad might have happened. Don't worry, Hannah. I'm here now. I won't let anything bad happen to you anymore. Just tell me where you are. Trapped in a strange place. Not normal. Things don't seem right here. Doesn't work like how things work in our world. Our world? What are you saying? I don't know how I got here, but for some reason I understand the rules of this place. It's like a prison and there are lots of things stuck here. Right now the door is open, but it won't stay open for long. You have to help me pass through the door. I'll help you, Hannah. Just tell me what I need to do. Hannah looked sheepishly to the side. Whatever she needed to ask was difficult. I don't know how to say this. Does she have to stay behind? Can only one person go? Hey, it'll be alright. We're family. You can always trust me. The thing is, I can leave this place, but I need to follow the rules. Whoever leaves, someone needs to stay in their place. So I can't come back unless someone else stays behind the painting. Inside the painting. My heart sinks into a dark corner inside my chest. The realization of what she asked snuffed out all hope in me. One of us had to remain inside the painting. We would still be separated. After the unbelievable joy of seeing Hannah again after all these years, the bitterness of remaining apart was too much to bear. Before I knew it, a stream of tears poured down my face and nothing could stop my sobbing. Is she gonna sacrifice the other friend? That's not fair. It's just not fair. We're supposed to be together. How could I make this choice? No matter what I do, both of us won't be going home. The way I see it, it's a lose-lose situation. Rachel, please don't leave me here. I want to go home. I want to go see Mom and Dad again. I miss them so much. You have to help me get out of here. You have to. For a while, I sobbed helplessly as Hannah looked on. She was remarkably strong for someone of her age and kept a brave face whilst I broke down. So mature and yet so young, she must have been through more than I could imagine. In the vacuum of mist, another sound cut through my cries. Rachel. The voice called to me from behind. Anita! It escaped my mind that we were still in her living room. The conversation with my sister inside the wall of mist seemed to last forever. I'd forgotten that Anita was patiently waiting for me a few pages back. Pages? Someone with you? Yes, I'm with Anita. Do you remember her? We're at her house. Hannah looks at me with distaste, an expression that didn't belong on her sweet face. Why are you at her house? You shouldn't be around someone like her. What do you mean? She's my friend. We're having a sleepover. Hannah fidgeted, clearly annoyed with something. Why does she's have this painting in her house? It's her dad. He bought it from an auction not long ago. Is that what she told you? Yeah, where else could it have come from? I don't believe her. Anita? Why? I don't trust her. She's bad. I just know it. You don't really know her. What are you saying? Oh, Hannah said you don't really know her. Hannah returned to looking away awkwardly. There was still a fire in her eyes. I don't know what to tell you. I don't remember everything. She's just not a nice person. You shouldn't be with someone like her. Rachel, can you hear me? What's happening? What do you see? Anita's yell was barely audible. Somehow the mist was blocking more than our visibility. Hi. I'm here. I'm fine. Don't tell her I'm here. Big sis, listen. We don't have much time left. I can feel the door beginning to close. Like I said before, someone needs to stay behind for me to come out. It doesn't have to be you or me. I look at Hannah square in the eyes. Oh, Anita. Anita, Anita. You can't ask me that. Sister wouldn't ask her that, though. I don't trust this sister anymore. It's the only way, Rachel. I'm sorry, but we have no other choice. I want to go home. I want to go home with you. It's not right for me to stay here, but I don't want you to take my place. It should be Anita. We can go home together if Anita stays behind. I know it's a hard thing to ask. She's your friend, but there's something she's hiding. I wish I can remember what it is. I don't think it will be a bad thing if she is the one to swap with me. Hannah, you can't talk like that. You haven't seen the things I've seen. What happened to me isn't right. It's not right for me to be here, away from you, and you shouldn't be the one to stay either. I'm tired, Rachel. I just want to go home. Let's go home together. I would leave her. I don't trust her. What do you guys think? Leave her. No? Oh, smells so nice. You smell so nice. BB's bored, yeah. But I already played with him. Mommy's gotta work. We left Hannah. I can't read the text. You were always brave, Hannah, in everything you did. When I first started schools, it was a scary place, new surroundings, and so many people. From our small household, this was a different beast. I remember how I felt so small in my first days. When it came time for you to join, I was worried how you'd fit in. I didn't need to worry, though. You were fearless. You instantly made friends and never hid in your shell. I admired that about you. It made me so proud to see my sister so strong. I'm sorry, Hannah, but I'm going to need you to continue being strong. You don't know how much we all miss you, and I'm thankful we got to see each other again, if only for a short while. But I can't betray Anita. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. Knowing the suffering I've been through and losing someone close, I can't put someone else through that. No, Rachel, you can't. Please don't leave me in here. I'm sorry, I just can't do what you're asking me. Please understand. Rachel, don't leave me in here. I'll die. You're the only one who can save me. Don't make this any harder for me. I won't give up on you, Hannah. I will come to get you someday. I will find a way. The glowing surface of the painting flickers as if the strength of the portal between the two worlds was weakening. Hannah looked at me with desperation. Just give me Anita. It won't be hard. You don't have any time anymore. The room trembled and the glowing window shrinks smaller as the portal started to close. Hannah! She just stared back without a word. The trembles rattle on and suddenly stop abruptly. The bright room was plunged into darkness as a strong gust of wind blasted out of the painting. When I opened my eyes, I saw that I was back in the living room. The painting was blank and the doorway was shut. I held my head in my hands, choking back the tears. A hand touches my shoulder. For a split second, I expected to turn and see Hannah, but I found Anita standing over me. Rachel, are you alright? Ah, Angie! Thanks for the 2 months! Yeah, I'm fine. Are you sure? You don't look too great. You disappeared into that mist for some time, and I couldn't see or hear from you. Oh, Angie, 2 months. That means that PAX is 2 months ago. The fuck? Really? It was the end of August, wasn't it? Oh, so it's like a month and a half. Your second month is starting? I couldn't see or hear from you. What happened in there anyway? Tell her. I saw Hannah. She was inside the painting. What? How can that be possible? I don't know. It seems the painting is a portal to another place, like a wormhole or something. Are you sure it's her? So she's alive then? Seems like it. Thank God. Did she say anything? Not really. Really? She didn't say what happened to her? She didn't seem to remember. It doesn't matter anyway. She's gone again. I'm so sorry, Rachel. You've been through so much pain. I wish I could help you carry the pain, but I'm too much of a coward. It's okay. She squeezes my shoulder as we share a quiet moment. We barely get time to recollect ourselves when the immediacy of our situation catches back to us. Oh, the sound! It's still there! Did you go see what it was? Anita's eyes widen. I totally forgot about it. I was too worried about you all this time. We need to check it out. Okay, just don't do anything crazy like before, alright? I was so scared when you left me by myself. It won't happen again. Come on, let's get going. Ooh, what's the sound? Cautiously, we sneaked upstairs, approaching the bedroom of Anita's parents, the source of the peculiar noise we heard all night. Ugh, cat hairs. The hair on the back of my neck pricks up as we find ourselves outside the closed door. Who knows what we'll find inside? After what I've witnessed so far tonight, I was afraid what the answer might be. Pressing an ear gently to the door, I listened intently. Hey, Angel. Anything? Shh, keep it down. I can't hear anything. Hopefully that means nothing's inside. We should just leave it and go back to our room. Don't be a coward. We need to be sure nothing's wrong. Okay, get ready. I'm going in. I slowly turned the handle and pushed the door open. Anita was clinging onto my arm as she peered over my shoulder. We both gasped at the same time. Who's that? Oh! Naked lady! I half expected to see nothing out of the ordinary. The other part of me was bracing to see a scary monster waiting to grab us. What I didn't expect to find was a stranger in the house, sprawled naked on the floor. She scrambled desperately to create some distance between us and herself. Her wide-open eyes were fixed on us. She seemed just as scared and surprised as we were. Who are you? What's going on? Where am I? I broke out of the huddle Anita and I unconsciously formed. Evidently, there was no immediate danger to us. I could ask you the same thing. Who are you and how did you get in here? Boo-boo. The mysterious woman continued to scream. She was in no condition to answer our questions. Anita stepped forward to try and reassure her, holding up both hands in a sign of amity. It's okay. It's okay. Please don't shout. Try to relax. You're not in any danger. No one's gonna hurt you. This is a safe place. Yeah, that's right. We're not here to hurt you. You can trust us, so please calm down. The woman seemed convinced by our earnest pleading and regained control of herself. You see, everything's gonna be alright. We're all friends here. We'll take care of you. The woman calmed down and relaxed. Now that she was more composed, it struck with me how beautiful she was. Her petite figure resembled a flower. Her skin was soft and fair, as if she wore a pearl shell. Her jet black hair was smooth and glistened in the cold air. She was a beauty I had never seen before. Those details were not lost on Anita as I saw her react with a blush. She's the painting lady, yeah. My name's Anita. This is my house. That's Rachel over there. She's a good friend of me. Of mine? What's your name? The strange woman sat up slowly, still carrying a look of confusion. I'm getting cold. I guess it'll just be a red-nosed kind of night. This one hurts though, this arm. Okay. The strange woman sat up slowly, still carrying a look of confusion. I don't have a name. Is it because the painting doesn't have a name? You don't have a name? I mean, I don't remember. It's okay. It's not important right now. Can you tell us what happened to you and how you got here? I don't remember that either. I don't remember a lot of things. I do remember a strange place full of smoke. I was trapped there for the longest time. The painting! You mean the painting downstairs? That's right, she's the girl from the painting. I totally recognize her. Anita and I share a glance. Everything bad seems to be connected to that damn painting. I think I was kidnapped. What? There was a man. I've never seen him before and I don't know what he wanted. He put me inside the painting. Turned out that it leads to another world, a world that's darker and more terrible than this one. I was lost in there for a long time. I don't know exactly how long. It's hard to tell the passage of time once you're inside. There's no night or day. It's hard to tell what's up and what's down. There's nothing to ground yourself with. That sounds horrible. You poor thing. How did you escape? Shouldn't you, like, give her clothes or, like, a sheet or something? I'm sorry, that's another thing I can't remember. I don't know what happened to my memory. Maybe it has something to do with being locked up in that place for such a long time. I just remember wandering that strange land forever, and the next thing I know, I'm here. I may not know how I got here, but I'm so glad I'm free at last. Whoever put me in there was a bad man. I'm scared of what he'll do when he finds out I've escaped. Please, you can't let him find me. You have to protect me. Don't worry, we'll try to help you as much as we can. We won't let that guy get you. Thank you. I'm sorry to intrude on you like this. Anyway, you're safe here for now. We'll take care of you while we wait to get the police involved. I need to grab my other drink. I think it's in my backpack. Ugh. Oh, my legs are so stiff! Ta-da! Drink. Sister's clearly evil, wanting to sacrifice Anita. Yeah, that was a bad call. That was a sure way to die. Okay. At the very least, we should get some clothes for her. We can't have her sitting around naked. Exactly. That's what I was saying. Anita, do you have something we can dress her in? Yeah, there's a dressing gown in my room. Okay then, we should go get that. Wait, what about her? We can't just leave her alone. Someone should keep an eye on her just in case. What? We can just all go to the next room. I'll stay with her. You go and get something for her to wear. I'll stay and keep watch. Okay, be right back. Anita disappears out of the room, leaving just me and our surprise guest alone. Don't worry, we won't let anything bad happen to you. You're perfectly safe as long as you're here. And where exactly are we? Oh, this is Anita's house. Her parents aren't around right now, which is why I'm here to keep her company. I'm a friend of hers from school. We go... How'd you get the painting? That was, Anita's dad. He got it from some auction about a week ago, I think. A week, huh? Something the matter? Something doesn't feel right. I think I'm beginning to remember. I stared at her intently, giving her space to concentrate. After a brief pause, she continued. Her words catch me off guard. I think you're in danger. Ugh. It's all a lie. We need to get out of here as soon as we can. You can help me, can't you? Hold on, I don't understand what you're talking about. The other world behind the painting. I saw them. That's where he's been keeping them. Who? The girls. They were put in about a week ago. Your friend isn't who she says she is. Her family has been kidnapping vulnerable women all this time. That's not true. I can't believe it. It's true. Think about it. You said Anita brought the painting here last week. In that time, whilst I was trapped in the other world, I've seen other women thrown in here too. There's no other way for them to get there. The painting is the only gateway into that world, and your friend had it the whole time. That's crazy. That can't be possible. Panic suddenly spreads across the woman's face. She presses both hands against the side of her head, as if to keep it from exploding. You don't understand. You must believe me. We're in great danger. They must have been doing this for years. What makes you say that? Look, I've known Anita for years, and I just don't picture her doing the things you're claiming. That's because she's been keeping the truth from you. You can't trust her. She didn't tell you about Hannah after all. There it was, the moment where I could no longer ignore her words. My heart sank at the mention of my sister's name. How do you know that name? The other world is like a desert. It's vast and desolate, but there are other lost wanderers trapped. I remember one traveler there, a little girl. She said her name was Hannah. I feel a lump in my throat and my eyes well up. I never expected to ever hear news on my little sister ever again. But how does this lady now know to bring up Hannah right exactly this point? Hope gripped my heart, and hope was exactly what I was afraid of. She told me about you, Rachel. Now I know who you are. She adores you and always believed you'd be able to save her one day, but she also told me about the one who made her disappear from her world. It's all coming back to me now. Her name was Anita. She was a friend of her sister and she betrayed her. One day she waited for Hannah after school and led her away to the forest. That was where her family ambushed her and kidnapped Hannah. She's trapped in the painting world ever since. I'm sorry, Rachel, but your friend is evil. And now she has us both inside her house. We need to get out of here quickly. At that moment, the bedroom door creaked open. Anita emerged. Sorry I'm late, guys. It took me forever to go through my mess. I was such a klutz. She paused, only just detecting the tension in the air. I kept my back turned to her. Guys, what's going on? Tell me, Anita, what took you so long? What were you doing? I was fetching something from the woman to wear like you asked me to. Was that all you did? Seems like an awfully long time for a simple task. A set of sorry, alright? Is that what this is about? Are you mad that I took my time? And what about the painting? Did you really get it from an auction? Yes, I already told you where it came from. Why are you asking me all of this? The woman, she remembers something. All the girls that have been that's been disappearing. She said your family are responsible. You've kidnapped them. What? That's a complete lie. Why would you say that? So you deny it? Of course I deny it. Why would you even believe this stranger? You know me. I would never do anything like that. What about Hannah? Suddenly the anger was wiped off Anita's face. Her skin turned pale. I could see in her eyes she was keeping some secret from me. There was no denying it. Tears started to stream from her eyes. I couldn't stop myself from crying too. Oh my god, it's true, isn't it? You did something to her. No, it's not like that. Rachel, I don't understand. Why are you talking like this? You've been hiding something about Hannah, haven't you? Don't try to deny it. I can just tell from looking at you. Tell me what happened to my sister. Okay, it's true. I saw her. I saw Hannah. I was probably the last person to ever see her. The day she disappeared after school, I was heading over to her friend's place and took the scenic route near the old forest. That was when I saw Hannah. She was wandering by herself, so I went over to check if she was alright. She was in a gloomy mood and wanted to be alone. Looking back, I know it was the wrong thing to do, but I let her go into the forest alone. I knew when I was down I didn't want to be around anyone either, so I just left her. After she went missing, I just felt incredibly guilty. I could have stopped all of this from happening if I just stayed with her. I know it's a shitty thing to do. You left her alone in the forest? Why did you do that? Don't you know how irresponsible that is? I know. It was stupid and I never forgiven myself for it. Rachel, I'm so sorry. I should have been there for her. I wish I can take it all back. Why didn't you tell me before? You kept this all a secret. The police could have done something if you told them where you saw her. I know it wasn't the right thing for me to keep that a secret from you. I really did mess up. You were going through so much. I didn't want this to come between us. I was afraid you'd hate me. God knows I hate myself for it. I never wanted you to find out this way. It was incredibly selfish of me, I know. I've lived with the guilt every day. Every time I looked at you, I felt regret, and I hated myself more and more. But that was my punishment. I had to live with the choices I made. Crashing hard. I'm also getting really tired, Nikki. I'm getting sleepy. What time is it? Midnight. I shouldn't be this sleepy. I guess it's just all the traveling. But like, it should only be like 11 p.m. for me now, right? British time. All the crap I've been feeling is all I deserve. I'm just so sorry, Rachel. I didn't mean to hurt you like this. I think both the sister and this lady are just from the painting, so I don't think we should trust either. She's trying to trick you again. Don't be fooled. You caught her in her own lie already. You must see that she's hiding something more from you. So that is it then? No more lies? This is what really happened? Yes, I promise you. You have to believe me. For this run through, I'm gonna trust her. I still can't understand why you did what you did. I don't know if I forgive you for it, but I trust you. Thank you, Rachel. I just want to. One day we'll settle this properly, but right now there's something more urgent we need to address. Our drama can wait. Oh, here it comes. I'm disappointed in you, Rachel. I told you she can't be trusted. Why do you go against my word? I don't know who this woman is, but she tried to turn us against each other. One thing is for certain. She's got evil intentions. We need to have each other's back. Agreed. Such fools, ignorant to the end. You have no idea what you're dealing with. Well, then let me shed some light on that matter. In a blink of an eye, the woman's demeanor completely switched. I nearly jumped out of my skin from the shock. Her sweet voice became coarse and venomous. The very sound of her words dissolved away any defiance. Her composed facade gave way to reveal her true self, a face of hate, anger, and malice. Piercing eyes stabbed daggers into my very soul. Unworldly sense of danger struck me. I've never witnessed hatred like this. You think you have the power to defy me. You know nothing of what you're dealing with. You know nothing, Jon Snow. You're just an insect. Insect cannot escape my grand designs. If it wasn't clear before, there was no mistaking now that this was no ordinary woman. Countless generations of evolution in the natural world could never design something that exuded such an aura. It could only be described as evil. You will suffer such agony, the likes of which you could not comprehend. I will tear your flesh from your bones, rip out your tongue, snap your bones, stab out your eyes, and grind you to dust. You will beg for mercy, but there will be no end to the torture. When I'm through with you, you will have died 1,000 deaths. The figure of the woman grew taller, her shadow stretched until it touched the ceiling. Her smooth skin folded in on itself, revealing rough scales. Glistening eyes opened up in random spots over her body where they did not belong. A smile too white for any human face displayed a set of sharp fangs. Right before our eyes, her elegant body melted away to a hideous monstrosity. A creature far removed from the gentle mask it wore before. As unreal as it was, I was living a waking nightmare. Did I die? Ooh, creepy! Oh! Creepy! Creepy, creepy! Are we gonna die? Holy shit. I quivered at the formidable sight. My whole world felt small in that instant. The creature let out a sharp hiss. What is that thing? Now do you see? You had no hope in denying me. It stepped forward in a challenging motion. What do we do? What the hell do we do? I would run. What would you guys do? I would run and maybe burn the painting or something. Burn it with fire. Yeah, you guys agree. Run. Okay. Run for it! See what happens. We turned and ran out the door. We were incredibly lucky to be positioned close to the exit. Otherwise, I fear we would have stood no chance in escaping. As we sprinted out the room, I felt the unnatural quickness of the creature rushing after us. Oh, it was close! Anita's room was the nearest safety. I rushed in with Anita following quickly. We both turned and slammed the door behind us just in the nick of time. The door frame shook as the creature threw itself at the door. Anita and I both braced against it as we tried desperately to hold the door shut. I saw the handle rotate, reacting sharply with senses heightened by adrenaline. I yanked the handle back upright, supporting it with both hands. Anita joined me whilst keeping her body weight pressed against the door. Spine-tingling sound came from the other side of the door. A furious wail echoed in the corridor as the creature pounded menacingly against the door. What are we going to do? Keep this door shut. We can't let it in. We can't let it come in or we're toast. The monstrous noise continued. It pounded against the door like a battering ram. But still, we held on with our bodies pushing back. The kazoo. Menacing sound! Burr, 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 burr. Think our lucky stars this door opens inward. I don't think we could have held on if it opened the other way. The screaming outside died and suddenly all was quiet. Anita and I exchanged a look of confusion. What happened? Why did it go quiet all of a sudden? Do you think it's still out there? Anita pressed an ear against the door. A look of deep concentration spread across her face. I think I hear something. Hannah? Did you hear that? Shh, listen. The sound was faint at first, but there was no mistaking it. That sounded like someone crying. A little girl. What's a little girl doing here? Maybe she came out of the painting. Maybe it's a trap. It's definitely a trap. Help me! Help somebody! Oh god, I don't believe it. There's actually someone out there. This can't be real. Rachel, are you there? Please help me. That voice. There was a familiarity in the voice. I let out a gasp as I make the connection. Hannah, is that you? It can't be. Rachel. Oh. Help me. Don't leave me behind again. Don't listen to it. That's not your sister. It just can't be. I'm scared. Please save me, Rachel. I don't want to be alone. Don't answer the door. I'm not stupid. I don't believe you. You're not Hannah. My little sister would never try to lure me out to be killed by some monster. You need to try harder than that if that's all you've got. Rachel, you have to believe me. Just open the door. I won't. Not for a creep like you. Sis, open the door. Just open the door, you fucking maggot. Holy fuck. Open the door or I will kill you slowly. I'll rip your eyes out. I'll tear the meat off your bones. I'll drown your friend in a pool of your blood. The longer you delay the inevitable, the more I will make your life torture. Open the door now. Later, bench. The room descended to emptiness. Hearing the threat has left Anita and I paralyzed with fear. All we could do was share a look of distraught and keep the door shut. The sound of shuffling feet paced back and forth in the hallway. Sometimes it disappeared into another room, only to return a moment later. Now and then it would try the door, but we'd spring up to resist it. Just hold out until morning. Some time passed since the sound of it moved away. The corridor was silent for a considerable time. Do you think it's gone? Where could it have disappeared to? Maybe it went back into the painting to rest. I don't think so. I think I heard it in the other room. Then what should we do? We can't stay here forever. Eventually it'll get inside. We need to find a way out. That would mean opening the door and sneaking out. Oh god. Hey, it's going to be alright. Listen to me. I'm just so scared I can't cope. I would just wait for morning, honestly. I don't think I can take much more of this. We won't have to. We're safe for now. Anita, I need you to be strong. I promise you, we'll get out of here alive. The two of us will make it through. I'll protect you, okay? This will all be over soon, but for now, you must be brave. If we have each other's back, then no one can break us. Okay. Thank you, Rachel. I'm glad you're here with me. You've always been so strong, and you've always been a good friend. I'll try to be as strong as you. That's good. Have you heard anything from outside? No, I haven't heard anything for a while. I think the last time I heard it was in my parents' room. That's the last time I heard anything too. Maybe it's safe right now. Could this be our chance? I would barricade the door. Yeah, and climb out the window. Yeah. I would not leave the room, I think. I would probably just stay there. Stay. I'm not sure yet. Maybe we should wait a little more just to be safe. Sit tight and keep listening. We continued to hang by the door. It was hard to tell just how long we spent waiting there. What could have been a mere few minutes felt like an eternity. Fatigue started to catch up on us. Standing there, bracing the door, was exhausting. I felt my back ache all over. All the while, the world outside our door, remained quiet. The creature showed no sign of itself. Anita looked at me. The question was in her eyes. Don't leave. I still don't think it's safe to go out yet. Okay, I don't much like the idea of risking a run for it right now. Something about this just seems too planned, like some psychological experiment. What do you mean? We can't stay in this room. It must know that. Sooner or later we will need to open the door. As long as it keeps quiet for all that time, it can trick us to believing it's gone away. Exactly. It's playing some kind of game with us. Are you saying that that thing has been sitting outside this door all this time? Maybe you can peek under the door. It's a possibility. Where else would it be? Maybe a keyhole? Then how do we get out of here? I don't know, but for now we just stay alive and keep this door shut at all costs. Just then, as if in responding to my theory, a sound cut through the silence. That came from over there. My eyes darted to the other side of the room. Horror struck me when I realized where it was coming from. The window! I think that sound came from there. I slowly edge away from the door, leaving Anita behind. What are you doing? I hear the worry in her voice. What if that thing came through the door right then? It took the two of us to hold it back last time. Anita alone would not be able to fight it. But I was concerned about something else. Slowly, I walked towards the window with its curtains drawn. The sound coming from outside the window became more audible. I reached out a hand and held on the curtain fabric. I pulled the curtains open. Creepy, creepy, creepy! The monster rests right outside the window. The glass pane shatters, bringing a cool gust of wind into the room. Dark snake-like silhouettes invaded from the outside. They slithered towards me. Run! I ran towards Anita. She was already out the door, holding it open for me. I felt a massive weight roll into the room and give chase. Anita dragged the door behind me. Anita leans back as she pulls the door shut. I join her, planting a foot on the wall for leverage. Despite our efforts, the door was slowly being pulled open. It was clear we could not hold on. I don't think we can hold for much longer. I know. So this is it then. Doesn't have to be. We don't have to let this thing take the both of us. You don't mean... I do. One of us can hold it off. That should buy the other enough time to get out of here. Better one of us dead than the two of us. But who's going to stay behind? Oh no! Fuck. I want Rachel to survive. Do you guys want Rachel to stay? Don't be hero, Gip Anita. It's Anita's painting, yeah. Stay once and then leave. There's no good option, yeah. Rachel does seem the one that if she stays, she might be able to, like, make her way out of it. It is, Gabriel. God damn it. I think Rachel's the stronger person, so we'll buy Anita time and then maybe we can still get out of here. I'll do it. But Rachel, come on, don't give me that. I said I have your back, didn't I? You need to get out of here while you still can. Rachel, I don't know what to say. A thank you would be nice, but make it snappy. I don't know how much longer I can hold this. Thank you, Rachel, for everything. I'll see you again one day. Go on, get out of here. Anita let go of the door and ran downstairs. I listened as her footsteps found the front door and soon disappeared down the streets. She made it out. At least one of us gets to live. At that instant, the fight left my body. A hard pull managed to rip the door wide open. I fell forward, but something caught me before I hit the ground. My nose hovered inches from the carpet. I rose to the ceiling, lifted by demonic tentacles. I came face to face with the creature. Here it comes. Oh, do you think you've won? You tiny thing, it doesn't matter to me if one escapes. All I needed was one, and here you kindly offer yourself up. What are you going to do? It did not answer. Silently, it carried me down the stairs. Oh, you're going to the painting! I watched as we entered the living room. Looking over a shoulder, I could see the painting drawn near. The creature stopped in front of it, and before I knew it, I was tumbling backward. I felt the world spin. I fell down a bottomless well with nothing but darkness around me. Ending 20. Hold the door. Oh, okay. What do we do? I wonder how we can select where we are. Benho! So good! Yay! Hodor? Ending 20. We made it pretty far then. Maybe? No idea, Gabriel. Yeah. I would say if you destroy the painting, you destroy her as well. Okay, so... Anita stays, I go. I'll go get her clothes and call the police. You should stay put and make sure she's alright. She's been through enough as it is. Try to comfort her if you can. She still seems distraught with what's been going down. You can count on me. I mean, I'll do my best. Don't worry, I won't be long. Hey, Rachel? Yeah? Oh, nothing. Just hurry back, okay? I wonder what's gonna happen now. I wonder what Anita was about to tell me. She might deny it, but I sensed something was on her mind. I'll have to grill her about that later. For now, the immediate matter is to sort out this situation of the stranger in the house. Standing in the hallway, I took out my phone and dialed the number to the police. As the phone rang, I wondered what time it was. God, it's nearly 4 a.m. I bet there's no chance of us getting back to sleep after this. The phone continued to ring. Why hasn't anyone answered yet? Surely this should be the least busy hours for the police. What's holding them up? Static noise cut through the line. A sharp tone was like a knife to my ear. I considered hanging up when someone finally answered on the other side. Operator, what's your emergency? Hello? Hello? I need the police. Someone escaped kidnap and is taking shelter in the house. We're at my friend's place. Can you send someone over? Before we get to that, we need you to answer a few questions for us. Can you do that, young miss? Sure. Are you and your friend the only people in the house? Yes, it's us two and the stranger that came out of that just appeared inside the house. You just found this person in the house? You don't know how they got there? I don't know. Maybe through a window or something? And your parents, where are they? I'm staying over at my friend's place. Her parents are working out of town. How long have you known your friend? Since we were kids. Why do you need to know that? Young miss, we're just asking questions here. They are essentially for us to get a clear picture of what we're dealing with. Don't you have enough to go on? Why are you asking pointless questions? It seems a little strange to me for someone you claim to have just escaped kidnapped to freely climb back into another stranger's house. What are you implying? I'm the one calling you for help. Just send someone over and you can ask as many questions as you like. There's no need to be hasty. Of course there is. We have a stranger in the house right now. I think that is reason enough for you to do something about it. Don't you think there's something you're missing here? Do you believe something can be gained for free? Nothing is free in this world, child. For something to escape, there must be an exchange. What are you talking about? Here we go. Ah, Gekido! Thank you so much for the $1. Thank you. I can't stand horror games, but have a good stream. Thank you. Keep an eye on the woman. Wait, how do you know she's a woman? I never told you that. Who are you? The call went dead, leaving nothing but the dial tone ringing in my ear. Okay, so we can't make any calls. What the hell was that about? How did he know about her? This is bad. I better tell Anita about this bizarre call later. Tried to put the incident out of my mind and continued to Anita's room, the only thing with a semblance of normality in this house. Standing here felt like stepping back in time before all the madness began. A snapshot of our mundane, quiet lives. Something made me feel like we can't return to those times anymore. Get a grip, Rachel. You can't think like that. Let's just work this out. Let's just work this out one step at a time. As long as Anita and I are together, we should be safe. We'll have each other's back. I rummaged through her wardrobe, Jesus, for the robe Anita instructed me to bring. Her room is such a mess, it's a wonder how she ever finds anything in there. Why exactly am I the one looking through her belongings anyway? After searching a while, I found the robe in question. I hope I didn't keep Anita waiting too long. I still don't get why we couldn't just all go to that room. Nothing is free in this world, child. For something to escape, there must be an exchange. What do I get in return for that robe? The words from that call echoed in my head. Oh yeah, we could also try reasoning with the lady. That's another option. As I walked back to find Anita, a foreboding feeling came over me. Ah, Era, thank you. Suddenly I felt a surge of apprehension, like a sixth sense or how animals seem to notice things outside of human awareness. Something wasn't right. I could taste it in the air. All I knew was that I had to get back to Anita as soon as possible. Holding myself back from breaking out into a full-on sprint, I briskly strode towards the parents' room and opened the door. Anita, I have the clothes. Oh! What's going on? Anita was sprawled on the floor like a sacrificial offering. Her body displayed in a twisted heap resembled something from a crime scene. Oh, Rachel, you're back quick. Wait, what? She said that while on the floor? Not quick enough. What are you doing on the floor like that? Don't mind her. You were gone for some time and it got dull sitting aimlessly in wait. Anita took it upon herself to entertain me with her dancing. This is dancing? Oh, shit. It's interpretive dance. I was following her direction. She has a good eye for art. Oh, fuck. That's right. Art is an honest expression of the soul. Anita was kind enough to carry out my wishes to play out some of the images that have been living in my mind. Scenes of figurative beauty in a mangle of chaos. I don't understand. Anita, you almost gave me a heart attack lying on the floor like that. I thought you were dead for a moment. In all the time I knew Anita, she wasn't good with speaking to new people. For her to enact some sort of choreography for a stranger feels wildly out of character. You worry too much. I'm only trying to please our guest. That's what a good host is supposed to do. I'll do anything to make her feel comfortable. If I was weirded out by her display on the floor, I wasn't ready to see what Anita did next. What? She crawled over to the woman and began rubbing her feet. Her hands worked diligently at massaging her guest, all the while her eyes were fixed on her face. Does this please you? Yes, how very thoughtful of you, my sweet Anita. A look of delight stretched across Anita's face. The compliment greatly pleased her. By the way, I got you something to wear. Here, you should... I extended an arm, offering the garment to the nameless woman, but before I could finish speaking, Anita turned and snatched them off me. Give that to me. She grabbed them off me with vicious speed, as if it was not proper for me to interact with her guest. Hey! Your hands are too careless. You could have bruised her with your clumsy touch. Here you go, my lady. Please wear this. What the hell, Anita? That's totally uncalled for. I'm really concerned with how my friend was behaving all of a sudden. She's too eager to serve this woman. I need to remind her of the situation we're in. Hey, Anita, can we have a chat outside for a moment? Do we have to? Can't you see that I'm in the middle of something? It's important. Come on, I need to talk to you alone. Fine, fine. I'll be only gone for a short time, mistress. I'll be back soon. She is crazy. What do you want to talk about? Are you okay? What the hell did I just see in there? What do you mean? I left you to mind that woman while I go find something for her to wear, and I come back to see you rolling on the floor and massaging her like some kind of butler. What happened? Why are you jumping through hoops for her? I'm sorry, Rachel. I guess I've been acting a bit weird, huh? It's just, well, she's just so gorgeous, isn't she? I've never met someone so pretty in all my life. I think I'm in love. In love? What are you talking about? You don't even know her. I know, but when you know, right? Well, it's true. When you know, you know. I mean, she's just so perfect. I've never felt this way about anyone before. Don't mess this up for me, will you? I don't know what to do in situations like these. I'm just trying to make her happy and hope that she can feel the same way about me. Warn her. You should be careful. I don't know if I trust her. Why not? She's been held captive for a long time. She's the victim here. Don't you think she deserves the benefit of the doubt? Plus, she's also gorgeous. What does that have to do with anything? Look, she's got you completely wrapped around her finger and have you dancing to her tune. It just looks like she might be manipulating you. You're just saying that because you're jealous. What? No. Look, just be careful, okay? Remember that a lot of weird things have been happening tonight, least of all the stranger appearing out of the damn painting. I know you're just looking out for me, but you don't have to worry. I can handle this. I hope so. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Well, I had this bizarre phone call with the police. They kept saying some cryptic and inappropriate things. Have you ever experienced something like that before? No, maybe you called the wrong number. How can someone get the number for emergency services wrong? In any case, if the police aren't going to help us, then we should at least take care of her for the time being. Can you imagine, like, a prank company owning the number that's like 912 or something? Or 981 instead of 911. Come on, let's not keep her waiting. Why are you in such a hurry to get back to her? We have a situation here. What situation? The police are inept, so what else is new? You didn't hear the way he spoke through his creepy-ass voice. You didn't hear the way he spoke, though. His creepy-ass voice, what he was asking, it didn't sound like how a police officer should behave at all. If it wasn't a police officer, who else was it then? Maybe something intercepted the call, like it was blocking us from calling for help. Listen to yourself. You're basing this on nothing. I promise you that everything will be alright. It's late. That guy on the phone was probably drunk and having some fun with you. Now, can we please get going? Anita. Yeah? Stay on your guard, okay? Do that for me. Pfft, don't be so melodramatic. We returned to the bedroom and was immediately given a fright. We almost walked straight into the stranger standing right behind the door. Jeez, you scared me. I heard what the two of you were saying. Huh? I thought I could trust you both, but you two were careless. How disappointing. Hey, we did nothing wrong. We've been doing our best looking out for you, so what's with all the accusation? Why were you spying on us? Spying? That's rich coming from you. You went out of this room to make a phone call. You claim you were speaking with the police, but it's clear that you were communicating with someone else. I had to ask myself, why put up this deceit? The answer was clear. You're in on it. The one who imprisoned me in the first place. You're in cahoots with him, aren't you? What? That's such bull. He must be aware of my escape by now and will stop at nothing to find me. This man is very powerful and his reach goes very far. How do I know you're not one of his allies? Because that's mad and we clearly have nothing to do with this. How convenient. I find my way out of that place and now I'm held inside another captor's lair. You have a gateway to that world here in your very home. That painting hangs on your wall. Do you honestly believe you can trick me? As for you, Anita, I'm most disappointed in you. Don't think I didn't hear what you said about me. You think you feel love for me, and yet you conspire with this bitch. How can you expect me to return affection to such a treacherous worm? You're disgusting. No, it's not true. It's not true. I don't have anything to do with it. I really do love you. Mistress, I've never felt anything like this before. I would never intentionally harm you. A wild look spreads across Anita's face. She fell to the woman's feet, groveling in a frenzied manner like a dog begging her master for forgiveness. Her voice rose again, only it did not sound like anyone I recognized. The voice was more coarse and sinister. Holy fuck. It's all Rachel's fault. She's the one who's been mean to you. She's jealous of you. She's jealous of your good looks and because I'm in love with you. She can't take it and decides to do all these bad things to you. These are the words, and words can be so full of lies. These are mere words. Are you trying to win me over with more lies? No, never! I worship you, my lady! I want nothing more than to be by your side. You have to believe me. Nothing else matters to me but you. I don't know what shocked me most, Anita selling me out or her sudden subservience to this woman. However, a new horror came over me when I caught the gaze of the stranger. We locked eyes for an indefinite amount of time. She was almost smiling at me with her eyes, a knowing look one might give to an opponent in a game of chess before checkmate. Suddenly the situation became very clear and there was understanding between us. A cold bead of sweat ran down the back of my neck. Her wicked eyes continued to smile at me. Is what you say true, Anita? Are you truly devoted to me? Yes, yes, mistress. I will do anything for you. Do you condemn the actions of your former friend who conspired to harm your mistress? Yes, I do. Then prove your loyalty to me. Your test is to make a great sacrifice. A friend for a queen. Show me what you'll do to those who plot against me. Anita, snap out of it. Can't you see what's happening? Please, this isn't you. Take her now. Anita weightlessly rose to her feet as if lifted by unseen spectral hands. Her back still turned to me. My pleas didn't seem to reach her. Her head spun around. Horrible expressions stretched across her face, something I couldn't imagine any human face capable of pulling. Once again I saw the demented look in her eyes, and I saw no semblance of a friend I knew. So if we run now, I think we're dead. I think if we run, one of them will be at the door and the other will be at the window. I think I should try and attack. I will probably die, but dab instead, yeah. Punch her in the boob, yeah. Oh, save. Yeah, wait. I can do that. Cool. So now we can just check both of them. I'll try and attack her. It looks like there's no reasoning with Anita. She's fallen completely for that woman's spell. Seeing an opening, I rushed at the stranger. Cut off the head and the body will die, as they say. This may be the only opportunity you get to strike. I closed in on the stranger, but something stops me abruptly. Pain shoots up my left wrist, where Anita tightens an inhumanly strong grip. Anita, stop! You're hurting me! I won't let you lay a finger on Mistress. You're too foul, unworthy of her touch. You've lost your mind. I tried wrestling her off me, but her grip wouldn't loosen. We spiraled in a frenzied circle, leaving a trail of destruction in our wake. All the while, the stranger just sat and watched, her eyes still smiling. I was fighting for my life, feeling Anita unbalanced. With a firm kick, I was able to create some distance between us. Anita tumbles backward, trying desperately to stay upright. I turn away from the fight and head straight for the woman. No! I grabbed something solid from the table. Surprise flashed on the woman's face. Take this! I whirl the object overhead and bring it crashing down to her head. The impact was like a thunderclap. I felt flesh tear. Blood spattered onto the carpet. Her body lay motionless on the floor. Anita stood wordless in the background. Time felt frozen once more. Could this be it? Has the nightmare finally ended? Maybe this will break the curse on Anita. Maybe she will return to her senses and we can escape from the house and find some help. Things might just work out okay after all. As quick as a hammer drop, my fantasizing was cut short and I crashed back to reality. The woman sprang up on her feet like a reanimated corpse. Blood was still gushing from the cut wound on her face. She looked up and her arrogant smirk was no longer visible. Behind the deep gash on her face, her eyes were blazing with hatred. I've never felt something hate me with such burning intensity before. Under the evil stare, I froze, unable to move despite my protest. The woman's elegant facade was torn away. She spoke with a menacing voice. You disgusting little creature. You maimed my beautiful face. Have you any idea how much work this took? Of course you don't. You're an ignorant child. I will make you pay in blood. Anita, take her. From behind, Anita's arms wrapped around me. It didn't matter as I still had no control over my body. I tried for all my worth to scream, but nothing came out. I stood face to face with her. She opened her mouth, and it continued to stretch wider and wider until it was the size of my head. Oh, hey, Robin! Thanks so much for the raid! We're playing a Junji Ito-inspired visual novel. It's about an hour and a half each playthrough. But we just found out we can like save at certain choices, so we're now just kind of like exploring different scenarios. Thank you so much, Robin. What were you guys playing? Hello. Hi, everyone. Was it The Sims again? Link's Awakening? Ah, fun! Link's Awakening is so good. I hope you guys have fun. The jaws filled my entire vision, and suddenly I was surrounded in darkness. Something sharp dug into the back of my head. Agony spreads all over my face. I could feel my skin pull apart like an elastic band on the brink of snapping. It felt like my face was being sucked through a straw. So she's like a snake creature. This is it. I'm going to die. But just when I thought this turmoil would never end, the pain disappeared. Did Anita come to her senses? I opened my eyes and was back in the room. Anita was there. I take a step back, regaining control over my body. But why am I still alive? I was so certain that would be the end of me. I glance around the room for answers and see the woman standing with her back to me. This will have to do. Not as pretty as before, but it will suffice for now until I get a new one. Oh, she took my face! Did she take the skin off? Oh, it's you. You're awake. You've been a real nuisance, you know, and you did serve some purpose. After all, I have you to thank for my imminent release. Not only that, but you've provided me with a new life. I've decided this will be a good way for me to entice new prey. After all the terrible things I've seen tonight, I wasn't prepared for the horror that followed. The stranger turned around, and the sight of her awoke in me a new nightmare. She stole my face! This can't be real! You're me! How are you look like me? Okay, I'll just glance over that English. You tiny thing, I did tell you that you'll pay for your impetuosity? What was that word? You scarred my beautiful face. Taking yours in return is a fair price. But your debt is not settled yet. She let out a mocking laugh, savoring my torment. My dear, you are so preoccupied with what's in front of you that you haven't even noticed the bigger problem. I didn't copy your face. I stole it. Ripped right off your pitiful head. Now you must wonder what is left in its place. I've ruined you just as you ruined me. I reached up to touch my face. The form was rough and unfamiliar to my hands. What did she do to me? I dashed over to a mirror. When I peered into its reflective surface, I almost jumped back in fright. Tears rolled down from my eyes, drawing the contours of my new face. Contours? What? What have you done to me? What is this? A million thoughts flooded my mind all at once. How will I go on living with this hideous face? Will anyone recognize me? What will my parents say? How can I make this all right? If only I could go back in time and redo all this. A wave of panic racked my mind, and I was overcome with despair. I felt like I was about to explode. Suddenly, I was light. Everything became distance as the floor folded up behind me and slapped me on the back. I closed my eyes and let the darkness take me. That was the story of how my life ended, but not for those who knew me. None of them had a clue what happened to me. After all, for them, nothing was out of the ordinary. They saw Rachel resume her life. They saw her attend school, eat dinner with her family, and flirt with boys. Oh, so she's just living outside the painting now. But that was not the real Rachel. The imposter took over my life, replacing me in every place I belonged. I was spared that night, released into the world as a monster without a home or a friend, doomed to watch the imposter live my life. She used her guise as a high schooler to entice more victims to her lair, where she would devour them and steal their beauty. Oddly enough, Anita was nowhere to be seen. I have no idea what happened to her. It seems as though I was not the only victim that night. Strangely, no one noticed any of these strange occurrences in our town. It was as if this creature had a hypnotic spell over everyone. The few people that took notice quickly discarded the thought from their mind. Kids are strange after all. Who knows what's going on inside their head? I'm trying to think of a way that we can save them both, but I just can't think of it. We got really far. Ending 3! The imposter. So we got ending 20 and ending 3. Maybe there isn't a way to save them all. With 30 endings, there's probably one really good one. Although if it's Junji Ito, yeah, then you're gonna be fucked no matter how. Okay, load. Run! Anita, please, don't do this. Oh yeah, maybe if we stay and then leave before she gets to the window. Yeah. My words don't faze her. She lets out an animalistic wail and began sprinting at me full tilt. I didn't have time to think. Instincts took over and I ran out of the room as fast as I could. I didn't turn to look, but I could feel Anita close in pursuit. I ran to Anita's bedroom and tried to slam the door behind me. Anita was right on my heels and threw herself forward, wedging her body between the door. I gave the door a big shove, but Anita didn't give an inch. She trashed like a rabid animal. Her nails scratched my skin. With inhuman strength, she smashed through the door and flings me backward. She stood behind me in a challenging stance. I had little time to react. I initiate the first move and lunged forward with both arms extended. Anita was quick to react. She grabbed my wrist to stabilize herself. Her head came jutting forward and knocks me hard to the ground. Creepy. Suddenly, Anita was on top of me. She tried to pin my hands down. Her demented face loomed over me. Saliva spattered about as she screamed and growled. I struggled under the weight of her. Twisting this way and that, I wrenched my hands free. Very quickly, her hands found my throat. I grabbed Anita's thumbs and tried with all my might to pry myself free from her grasp. Pulling down with my arms, I was able to pluck away a few fingers. It was enough for me to keep my breath. Anita momentarily surrenders my neck to seize control of my arms. I knew I had to break free from being under her. I rolled my arms from side to side, trying to throw her off balance. I felt her topple ever so slightly to one side. Quickly, I sat up and pulled the leg free. I turn away and climb up the bed. Anita takes me by the shoulder. We wrestle for control, but I was able to maneuver halfway up the bed. She has me pinned to the side, and I lost control over the arm trap beneath us. With my loose hand, I reached around for something I could use. I spot a lamp on the table beside us. It was a little out of my reach. I shift my weight over to the side, kicking myself closer in range. Anita was still holding on to me, but has now slipped down to my waist. Her hands snaked up to my face, digging nails into flesh. A finger got into my mouth. I bit down hard. Anita lets out an anguished cry as she relinquishes hold of me. With this brief window of time, I jumped up to snatch the table lamp. Anita jumped back on top of me, determined to wrestle the instrument from me. With a heavy crunch, the lamp dashed against her head. Anita toppled to the floor and remained motionless. Maybe this is our chance to get out? Oh God, Anita, what have I done? She didn't respond. I feared for the worst. My friend laid motionless on the floor. In another life, things wouldn't have been much different. We would have had an ordinary sleepover. Anita gave me her bed whilst she took the floor, but in this scenario, Anita was not sleeping. I was afraid to check on her, not wanting to discover the state I left her in. After what felt like a minute, I mustered enough courage to approach the body. Anita? She's dead. I gave her shoulder a gentle shake, but got no response. Finally, I looked at her face. Her empty eyes stared far off into a place I couldn't see. It was as if I had feared. Anita's lifeless body lay in a puddle of her blood. I killed my friend in her own home. Though she was possessed by something demonic, I just couldn't get over what I'd done. Anita, at least she's now free of whatever curse had gotten a hold of her. An immense feeling of sorrow came over me. I bit down at my lip. It was all I could do to stop myself from weeping. Instantly, the guild turned to alert. The sound of footsteps came from the hall. They stopped outside of the room. During the fight with Anita, I had almost forgotten about the real danger I was in. No further sounds were made outside, but I knew she stood there, waiting to come in. You're a cunning one. I knew she would fail me. She was too weak and I knew I could control her easily. Oof. The bedroom door creaked open. The long, elegant figure of the stranger hovered between the doorframe. Standing there, she resembled the first time I saw her inside the painting, so graceful, and yet I knew the danger she posed. A slither of white flesh slid out from her gown as she took a step inside the room. Wait, she's wearing the thing? She didn't even pass a glance at Anita's lifeless body. She had completely lost interest in her puppet now that she was of no use to her. When did she get the gown? Yeah. What are you? Ever the curious thing, aren't you? Have you not had enough of searching for answers to things you shouldn't know? I just want to know why you're doing this. We did nothing to you. Why didn't you just leave us alone? Stupid child. Why did you bring an unnatural object into your home? Do you not understand what the painting is? It is a prison to keep me out of your realm. But it is not all-powerful. These are the rules that it must obey. For someone to come out, someone must take its place. How lucky for me to have a host of two to choose from. Are you going to kill me? That's your choice. Anita may have failed to capture you, but she can still serve a purpose. I only need one body, so out of kindness, I will give you this choice. Leave now, go free, and be spared of the misfortune that will come your way should you stay. Only leave your friend behind. Or you can foolishly spurn my generous offer, and I can make your life a living hell. If she's dead already, then let's go. It was a difficult decision to make. As much as I despised myself for it, I knew that it was pointless to stay. Anita was gone. There was no way to bring her back. What good would it do for me to remain here? I should escape while I still can. Goodbye, my friend. I took one last look at her, wondering if her pale eyes accused me of betrayal. The stranger watched as I passed. Her expression was indiscernible. As I exit the room, I glance back and see the door close behind me all by itself. The two were left by themselves. I can only imagine what the woman would do to the body. What sadistic ritual she must have to sacrifice Anita so that she can be free. I walked out of Anita's house and into the cold night. The wind howled and battered my body. I wondered if I was shivering from the cold or something else. The wave of emotions I felt, it was hard to pinpoint what it was. Was this relief, a release of pent-up stress, or was it shame? I had a feeling I will be wondering about this for the rest of my life. Overhead, a distant bird shrieked. The sky brightened as dawn slowly breaks over the horizon. A new day has come and life begins. With a hand covering my eyes, I walk my way home. The night could have gone better. Is that the ending? Left behind. Okay, one last thing I want to do before we end the stream, because I'm really tired, is we're going to do everything exactly as we did it in the first time. But, let's see, what did we want to do different? Oh yeah, we're going to hold the door, then wait once, and then go outside and see if that leaves an opening for us to escape. That's the last thing I want to check. Okay. Now we're holding the door. Oh yeah, and then she's gonna pretend to be your little sister. Don't answer the door. And then it stops for a while, and then we don't leave. But then after that we leave, yeah? So now we waited once, now we're gonna leave. Okay, let me just... I think we should try it. Let's sneak out now. Okay, you go ahead. I'll follow behind. Why do I always have to be the one to go first? Because you're braver than me, I'll admit it. Alright, just stay close, okay? I'll open the door. A little first to take a look. I turned the handle as gently as I could and pulled the door open just enough for me to squeeze my head through. We lowered our voices. See anything? No, it's all clear. Let me just take a look around the corner. Cautiously ease my upper body out the door and peek around the corridor. Down the corridor. It looks safe right now. Come on, let's hurry out of here. I crawled out the door, keeping myself small, distributing my weight as to not creak old floorboards. Anita followed suit and ducked low behind me. We approached the top of the stairs slowly, constantly on alert for signs of the creature. We were ready to bolt at any sign of it. I took the first step, planting my feet hesitantly before easing my body weight onto it. Feeling more confident, I began descending the stairs at a steady pace. I looked up at Anita and gave her a nod of encouragement. I could see how nervous she was. Her trembling hands gripped the railing for support. As quietly as we could, we both took steps in rhythm. There it is, the point of no return. We were too far from the bedroom to abandon the plan. I focused on taking one step at a time, making sure to spread my weight to avoid making any sound. The bottom drew nearer. The front door is not far now. The finish line was in sight. A faint glimmer of hope returned to my heart. In my excitement, I took a heavy step. Shit! The plank beneath me creaked. In the stillness of the night, it resonated like a hammer drop. I turned to Anita. She returned a horrified look. Behind her, a dark silhouette grew larger. I locked eyes with it as it came hurtling down the stairs. Run! Fucking run! I tugged Anita's wrist and sprinted like my life depended on it. I didn't turn back, but kept a tight tether on Anita. A whirlwind of shrieks chased us. I felt the creature's presence nearby. I ran like a maniac. Anita was keeping up, but so was the creature. We closed in on the front door. I reached for the locks and quickly threw the door open. The cold night welcomed us. I took a step outside and glanced back for Anita. She ran into my arms and let out a panicked cry. Right in her heels, I saw the monster. It was nearly upon us. It leapt forward like an animal. I fell back with Anita still in my arms. I shut my eyes, bracing for impact. But the moment never came. I opened my eyes and saw we were still lying on the concrete road outside. She can't leave the house! I expected the thing to be tearing at us as we lay helplessly on the ground. We should be dead, but here we were, without a scratch on us, undisturbed. Anita helped me to my feet. Look! I followed her finger back to the house. There at the porch the monster remained. It lashed out toward us but seemed unable to move forward. It was like an invisible wall, keeping it at bay. Yes! The creature was unable to reach us. I moved a little towards it, stopping just outside the boundaries of its reach. I dared to look it in the eyes. Menace flared up in it. Its jaws snapped and spat. I felt like I was staring death in the face. Despite the relative safety, I could not help but feel frail standing next to this thing. Just burned the entire house. Suddenly the creature stopped. It instantly lost all interest in me. It turned and disappeared back inside the house, leaving me and Anita outside. I calmly flipped at the bird. We were free. We did it! We've escaped! Oh my god, I can't believe it. I didn't think we'd make it. I know, right? What a relief. Holy crap. What happens now? We should just get the hell out of here. I'd rather be as far from here as possible. Come on, we should get going. Hey, wait. Oh god, what about my parents? Huh? What happens when they come back? We can't let them go into the house with that thing loose. Torch the house. Anita, we've just escaped. But my parents don't know what's going on if we leave that thing in there. My parents will just be walking to their death. We have to do something. I would definitely not go back. I'm gonna save this. Burn the house down. Yeah, I mean, there's an easy way. You can just torch the house without going inside. Just open the front door and just throw something inside that burns. Heat the F out of there. They could just wait outside, yeah. What if torching the house will free her? No, because the only thing that frees her is like if something takes her place in the painting. Like an eye for an eye. Pour petrol in the letterbox and set it on fire. Yeah, I think just leaving we'll survive, but then her parents will die or something. Let's try and destroy the monster. You're right. Her parents will be walking into a trap. We can't leave them like that. We'll have to go back inside and destroy that thing. Thank you, Rachel. I'm really glad you'll help save my parents. But how are we going to kill it? How do we even fight that thing? It's true, we haven't found any of its weakness. Maybe we can stab it. Take some knives from the kitchen. I don't know about that. We have to be smarter than a full frontal assault. We can sneak up on it, lure it out and get it that way. Maybe, I'm just thinking, we've seen that thing up close. It's going to be hard to put a dent on that thing. There must be something it's afraid of. What do we know about it? We just saw it trapped by some invisible wall. Maybe we can use that somehow. The painting. What if we destroy the painting? Maybe something will happen if we destroy it, like it's the source of its power or something like that. You really think so? Isn't it just using the painting as a doorway to our world? Yes, but it's clearly important in some way. There's something definitely important about it. I think it's worth a shot. Okay then, that's probably better than anything I can come up with. I trust you. Alright, are you ready? No, but then again, I never will be. Let's do it. We walked back to the house and returned to the scene of our nightmare. The place was quiet. We half expected the monster to be lying in wait, ready to jump us at any moment. Evidently, it didn't expect our return. We may have this to our advantage. Where do you think it went? It probably didn't expect us to return, so maybe it went back inside the painting. What for? Maybe it needs to recover. I don't know. Let's look around a little more just to be sure the place is safe. We scouted out the ground floor, moving from room to room. I wouldn't do that. You're taking too long. After a quick scan, it was clear this level was empty. It's not here. Let's keep quiet. Just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's far away. Okay, how are we going to do this? We can set it on fire. You go put the stove on and get a fire going. I'll go get the painting. Okay. Anita darted to the kitchen, energized by the prospect of defeating the monster. I ambled to the painting. Its frame glistened with the light of a different world. Carefully, I lifted it from the wall. It was a little heavier than I expected. Its size made it the more awkward to carry to the kitchen. My view was mostly obscured while carrying the large frame, and I had to be extra careful not to bump into anything. A hissing sound from the other room indicated that the fire was ready. Oh no! I sidled into the kitchen and Anita rushed over to help me carry the painting. I looked over to the stove and saw that they were all on at full blast. So you came back. You just couldn't help yourself, could you? Fuck. Freely you walk back into the jaws of death. It would seem you are drawn to me. If you desire your end that much, then allow me to oblige. Shit. Quick! Just put it on the fire. It rushed forward and plucked Anita into the sky. I stepped forward, but a flailing arm knocked me backwards. The painting flew out of my arms. Anita let out a pained squeal. The creature focused all her malice on her and threatened to rip her apart. I had to act fast. Throw painting into the fire. I sprung back to my feet and hoisted the painting over my head. Only then did the creature shoot me a glance. Its look unreadable. I hurled the painting into the fire. It catches fire instantly, erupting in a sheet of flames. Embers danced on its surface, and soon it was glowing an iridescent color. The room trembled with a terrible scream. Play cat lady? Yeah, I did. The monster thrashed about in some distress. It cursed and flailed as it staggered around the room. All of a sudden, bright light flashed as it burst into flames. Yay! The creature was a walking fireball. All the while it was still clinging onto Anita. She let out a weak cough. Her body was burning from the monster's touch. Oh no! The creature's scream grew more terrifying. It was completely engulfed in flames. It dropped Anita and charged through the house. Danger flared up in me. I noticed other pockets of fire lighting up around us. The whole house was catching fire. The rampaging demon saw to it the place would go down in smoke. Take Anita and run. Anita was my top priority. I dashed over to her. Are you alright? Anita coughed uncontrollably for a while. We need to get out of here. Can you stand? I think so. Just help me up. What happened to the painting? It's burning, don't worry. She glanced over to the painting to confirm this for herself. We can hear the creature rampaging in the living room. A warm glow radiating from the door indicating other parts of the house were catching fire. The building creaked as the foundations starting to warp under the heat. Come on, let's get the hell out of here. Anita slung an arm around my shoulder for support. She continued to cough as we staggered for the exit. Plumes of smoke masked our vision. The heat stung our eyes and oxygen was burning up. This place became a death trap. The longer we stayed, our chance of escape dwindled. As we approached the end of the hallway, a silhouette emerged out of the fire. The creature cut in between us and the exit. There can't be only one exit in a house, though. There's gotta be like a back door they could have used. In the fiery inferno, the creature's menacing eyes burned more intense. Patches of its skin have burned away, a warning of what will happen if we remained here. Little insects, you think you're clever, don't you? You don't get to leave here. This burning hell will be your tomb. It lurched forward, challenging us. There was no way around it. Go back! We turned clumsily back for the kitchen, Anita hobbling awkwardly. We could circle around to the living room. If the creature followed behind us, we can rotate the other way and reach the front door. I helped Anita as we went to the living room. We didn't get far when the monster cut us off yet again. It was too smart to be caught out like that. We backpedaled and retreated to the kitchen. The monster rushed in from the other side, making sure we wouldn't try getting around again. We were cornered. Our end felt inevitable as it closed in on us. What do we do? Right beside us, the painting lay on the stove. I dragged it down, stamping out the fire. What are you doing? I don't know, maybe we can use this. What? What should we do? Go into painting? Well, if we hide in it, then she's gonna be free. Attack. The creature advanced. It didn't take long for it to be right on top of us. I lifted the painting up over my head and charged at it. Using the painting like a shield, I threw my weight against the monster. Shockwaves traveled through me as I collided into it. I didn't wait for a response. Anita, get out of here! I brought the painting back and cracked it over the beast. I lifted a protective arm as I continued pummeling it. Anita scrambled to my side. Refusing to surrender to her injury, she grabbed a chair to join me. She rammed the feet of the chair into the body of the creature. I was thankful for her help. I was beginning to feel weak from the lack of oxygen. Still, we fought on. We were running on fumes. The creature let out a bellow and lashed back. Its anger erupted like a volcano. As if it had suddenly had enough of toying with us, it ripped our weapons from our hands and tossed them to the side. The beast delivered a blow to each of us, sending us crumpling to the floor. I struggled to breathe. The exertion had depleted the last of what little energy I had left in me. Oh! Without warning, I was lifted high above the creature. Its tendrils danced around me in rhythm to the flames. I saw a claw beneath me. A flash of light zipped across, then pain spread across my stomach. I felt light all of a sudden. Somewhere Anita was screaming. My abdomen tore open. A gasp spews out of me. as I feel the weight of something spill out of me. I open my eyes and witness the horror of what happened. Eee! My hands was something warm and wet. The hair on the back of my neck pricked up. I could hardly believe my eyes. A part of me was trying to make sense of what was cradled in my arms, to give it any other meaning besides the reality. A deep hole was ripped in my abdomen where my guts poured out. My arms were the only thing keeping them from spilling all over the floor. The creature did not relent. It demanded more. It held me down and began pulling me apart. I feel the sinews that tied me together snap apart. There was no resistance. My body snapped in two. I heard my innards splatter onto the ground. The pain was all too much. The overwhelming sensation built up until I no longer felt anything at all. The world became numb. Everything receded as if a black mist was filling the room. Satisfied with its work, the creature let me drop. It turned and marched towards Anita. She screamed. I let out a final cry. Jesus, you still got a cry in you? As the sound left my body, so too does my last slither of life. Damn. Okay, I feel like there's definitely more to that back there. Like we can probably just leave for an early ending. But there's probably some way you can go back, fight, put the painting on fire, fight somehow, and escape, I think. There's probably an ending there that's like good. But this is gonna be it for me in this game. I don't want to show everything there is to the game, and I think if I show like a perfect ending, then people wouldn't be like urged to maybe buy it themselves. It's on Steam. I really recommend it. It's only €5. For me, it was €5, so maybe it's like $5 or $6. So it's not expensive at all. So if you like this, then maybe consider buying it and just playing it a little bit for yourself. Play around, see what your choices do, where it gets you. But yeah, since he asked not to do like a full completionist run, I'll leave it here. I think I've showed enough of the game and I really enjoyed it. I might play it for myself a little bit, or come back to it like months later or something when it's been out for a while. But that'll be it for Grotesque Beauty for me on Twitch and YouTube for now. $5.50. Yeah, it's cheap. It's a cheap game. I bought it as well. I didn't ask for a code. I just wanted to support him. I've been looking forward to this game for a long time, and it definitely was worth it. It was definitely worth more than the $5 that I got, that I gave it. Let me run some credits. I don't have a stream deck here, so I'll have to do it the old classic way. It was a good spooky stream. Yeah, it was so fun. Thank you so much everyone for coming. Tomorrow I want to do an early stream. Don't forget. Tomorrow we're going to do Ghostbusters. It should be out. I actually haven't heard anything about it or anyone playing it, but I think it's on PC as well. I hope, actually, because do I have my PS4 here? Yeah, I do. Oh, okay. So maybe it's only on PS4. I'm not sure, actually. Is out? You were playing it earlier? Nice, Andy. Okay. Let me go here. Roll credits. But yeah, it was super fun to go through this game. I hope you guys liked it too. But tomorrow will be early. Don't forget. Tomorrow is going to be like, I think 3 p.m. for me will be good. It'll give me enough time to do some groceries, get actual food in this house. Because I haven't been here in 5.5 weeks. That's how long I've been away. It feels weird. Like, I was talking to my mom and I kept trying to start my sentences in English. I kept like catching myself trying to say like, I think, I mean, or something like that. So it's good to be back in the Netherlands and actually speak some Dutch again. I have to wait for the credits to restart again as well. Can't thank anyone properly, but I'll start with the end of the credits. Thank you everyone who subbed and resubbed or gifted subs today. Thank you so much. If you're new sub, don't forget, link up your Discord and your Twitch. You can join for the movie nights. That's every Sunday. So we'll have 2 streams this weekend and a movie night. Join the Discord so you can join the movie. It'll be super fun. We're watching Ghostbusters this Sunday. Gekido, thank you so much for that donation. Era, thank you so much for the bits today. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone who followed. Thank you Robin for the raid. I still need to add raids to the credits. I keep forgetting. But yeah, that was it for today for Grotesque Beauty. I'm glad to be home. I'm glad to be back with BB. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for chill early stream of Ghostbusters. And then Sunday we'll finish Half-Life 2 probably. It's the 4th stream. Because I think people have been saying I'm close to the end, so I think it's maybe like one more stream. We'll see. But Sunday, Half-Life 2. Saturday, Ghostbusters. Sunday, Half-Life 2, followed by movie later that day. And hopefully I'll see you guys there. Thank you so much. Half-Life 3 confirmed, yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have a great night, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.